start the traditional way of lint removal. Is we have a screen. That screen is typically either a nylon mesh or a metal mesh. The air is going to pass through that. It's going to have a certain opening that will capture the larger particles of lint before it exhausts out. A secondary lint collector capture system, whether it's a lint, again, it's a secondary lint filtration system. It will have a much more finer particle capture on it, which will again remove the majority of the lint. And then what then gets exhausted through the rest of the pipes, vents, and then outside is much better than if you just let it fall only through the lint drawers that are built into the dryers. That's our traditional lint remediation, if you will. Alliance Laundry has invested, and we're very excited about it, is a new product called ProCapture. And ProCapture uses the same kind of concept or theory that Dyson vacuums have. That we will use a tornadic, if you will, a spinning airflow. And when that air is accelerated, that lint then goes to the middle of that airflow stream, and it will literally come to a size, it will fall out. So making sure it's a little bit of a challenge to make sure that happens. And so they've done an exhaustive amount of testing on it. And they have a few models that they've been able to incorporate it, and they're working on their others. But what we're seeing out of that is that lint now is not on a screen, so there's no screens to clean. There's just a drawer that you open up and you can just pull it out. None of it's going, well, be careful of the term none. Very, very, very little amount of lint is getting out of the dryer into the vents, so you won't need a secondary lint collector. And your cleaning of those vents have maybe gone out 2, 3, 4, 5 years maybe before you have to get into it and take a look at it. So we're very excited about that technology, and we're excited for them to continue to expand that onto their product lines, because again, over time, I think customers will find that that's real beneficial to them to be able to not have to PM those dryers as much with lint everywhere inside of them, or their vents as well. What Alliance is trying to do with their ProCapture system is the future. I think it really is that. It's the convenience factor. It's the ease. It isn't really any additional parts or moving components to create it. Lint filters that are behind the dryers, they're kind of in an area that people forget about, and so they don't get maintained properly. So the idea of a design change inside the dryer physically itself that captures that lint and doesn't even let it get onto the burners or inside the basket, that it keeps the dryers cleaner without all things we talked about with it overheating. We talked about it creating airflow situations now that you're creating service problems. Most of those problems go away or dramatically reduced without it something that's a moving component. So it's not adding additional complexity. It's not adding really any additional ongoing cost to it. So I think that'll be the future.